that what drew people to that place was not a cool church. It wasn't a great personality. It wasn't amazing teaching. It says when they heard this sound, they gathered. Turn to someone and say, the sound. It's the sound. And they came and gathered. And you know what we've experienced across America is that the sound has gathered the lost, the broken, the fearful. We've seen people get freed, get delivered, get their hearts set on fire. People that were going to commit suicide get freed. We've seen people with, carrying needles and dope and heroin and blades, throw them on the stage. People getting saved, people coming with anger to protest, turning into lovers of Jesus. This is how good our God is, amen? And this is an important moment in Acts chapter 2, and I feel like I want to declare something. If you guys would just believe with me tonight. I know it may sound crazy. I know it may sound crazy to declare this, but I want to declare it on the heels of what we've seen in 125 cities. There's not a hard city in America that we haven't gone to. We've gotten very little sleep and drank a lot of espresso and worshiped a lot. And we've seen the miraculous invade the cities of our nation. And we are here tonight to declare that there is no other hope for our nation. Our hope is not in politics. Our hope is not in anger. Our hope is not in some worldly form of justice. Our hope is in King Jesus.
Jesus!
He's the only hope. Revival is the only answer. Revival is the only answer. And it says when Peter addressed the crowd in Acts chapter 2, it says, actually, 2:14, it says, Peter stood up with the 11, he raised his voice, he addressed the crowd. He said, fellow Jews and all who live in Jerusalem, let me explain this to you. Listen carefully. These people are not drunk. That's the first statement about the early church. Now, we've had some people say some crazy things, as you can imagine. As we've gone into places no one else wants to go, people think, are those Christians drunk? If anyone ever tells you that, you're in good company. In fact, I wish the world said that more about the church. The first claim about the early church, the first trolling of the world was, you guys are drunk. Peter said, we're not drunk, as you suppose. It's only 9 in the morning. But this is that was spoken. In the last days, God pour out his spirit on all people. Your sons and daughters will prophesy, your young men will see visions, your old men will dream dreams. Even on my servants, both men and women, I will pour out my spirit and they will prophesy. I will show wonders in the heavens above and signs on the earth below. Blood and fire and billows of smoke. The sun will be turned to darkness and the moon to blood. And everyone who calls on the name of the Lord will be saved. And so, every person grew up reading that prophecy in the book of Joel. Every Jew knew that prophecy. They had read it. They had prayed it. They had hoped for it. And all of a sudden, Peter shows up. This is a big deal. He shows up. 3,000 people are there. They get filled with the Spirit. He goes, guys, I'm going to tell you what's happening. That thing we've been praying for, it's happening now. What a bold and arrogant thing to say. Peter was probably like, oh crap, did I just say that? He said, this is that which was promised. And I want to stand here in Portland in Waterfront Park 1 year after we were here.
Exactly, to the day.
On 8/8, new beginnings. August 8th. New beginnings, new beginnings, new beginnings, new beginnings. And I want to prophesy over this city after a year and say, this is that was promised. A couple of you guys are with me. Wave your hand at me if you have ever heard